Hello everybody, Joe here with Garden of Luma. I am out in my backyard today feeding all my fruit trees, which I typically do the first weekend of the month. It's the first weekend in June. And so while I was out here, I was checking out a few of my fruit trees. And so I wanted to show you guys a couple fruit trees that are fruiting for the first time in my yard. So nothing super exotic or anything like that, but it's still exciting for me to see fruit on a tree for the first time that I'll get to taste eventually. And this here, first off, is my Cara Cara Navel Orange. And so typically citrus does really well here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. It's pretty common to see. In my previous residence, I had a Trevita Orange, also known as an Arizona Sweet, which I love the fruit on that. It was a great tree. It was my first fruit tree that I ever planted. And I planted it about 10 years ago, and it did really well. And they're pretty common here in the Phoenix, Arizona. This is the Cara Cara, or Cara Cara, however you want to pronounce it. And what's unique about this orange is that it has a pinkish reddish flesh. Looks kind of similar to what a pink grapefruit would look like inside. And it's just a really tasty orange, has kind of like a berry undertone to it. And so I planted this as a 15-gallon tree back in 2016. It's 2021 now. And finally, for the first time, it looks like it's going to hold fruit. The last couple years, I've had more fruit set on it than previous years, but it's all ended up dropping. This year, I have about 7 that look about this size, so they're pretty decent size right now, which tells me that they're probably going to hold on. So I'm excited about this. I know this tree has gotten a bit more shade than it should because it's wedged in. I did this high density planting, and this probably wasn't quite the best spot for it, but it has grown up quite a bit. It does still get a fair amount of sun, so it's not like completely shaded. It's pushing about 10 plus feet right now, so it's good size. And let me see if I can come around here. I got like a flood going on. I'm doing some watering as well here. Okay, so this is the front side of the tree. So you can see, kind of blends in, but how large and bushy this has gotten here. And there's another one up top there. I have, I think, around like 7 on it. Let me show you my other fruit tree that's fruiting for the first time. And this is my Subel White Sapote. And this was a really slow growing tree for me. It's kind of more of like a bush. Also have the same problem of it being in too much shade here. But I noticed the last year or two it has started to push out a lot more growth than it was the first few years. The first few years I almost wanted to just pull it out of the ground because it just really wasn't doing a whole lot of anything. And so if you come down here, you can see down there the fruit. So I have 1 fruit on this tree. I had about 5 or 6 that looked like it might have had potential, but they all ended up dropping. But that one looks like it might hold on. So I think I might get my first white sapote to try on this tree. Again, this was planted in 2016, so it's pushing 4 or 5 years old. And finally gonna maybe fruit for me for the first time. So really excited about that, and I look forward to trying the fruit, maybe showing you guys on camera. All right, check me out at gardenofluma.com for more tips on gardening and growing fruit trees, especially in hot, dry climates. Thanks for watching.